Hey Queen, so do you have issues enforcing your boundaries? Do you find it difficult? Did you ever, just felt like you couldn't win with boundaries? So today we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about why it is that you find it difficult to establish boundaries and how to fix that. And there's a couple of reasons of why you you have kind of issues with this topic. You're not the only one, it's pretty common. One of the most common things ever. So if I'm coughing, I'm not gonna edit it. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry, but we're getting the raw, real, and uncensored. Because that's me recovering from COVID. So let's get into it. There's two reasons why you have issues enforcing boundaries. Because you can have all the boundaries in the planet, but if you don't enforce them, put them into place, into action, there's nothing, right? The first one is the age-old, you're a nice girl. And the nice girl, she wants to retain people around her at any cost, no matter the price. Kind of like you want this man to stay at the expense of your own well-being. Mental well-being or psychological well-being, physical well-being, whatever. So you are afraid to say no, to say this is the way I want things to go, due to a fear of abandonment, due to a fear of him going away. Because you're like, if he goes away and I do this with every man that I date, they're all gonna go away and I'm gonna end up alone. For example, whenever in my practice, we talk about like, yeah, so we don't become anyone's girlfriend because it benefits no one other than him. You're like, no, but they're all gonna go away. Well, let them go away. If it's fragile, let it break. If they want to use you and you don't want them to use you, you know, let them go away. I'm going to make a separate video about, it's going to be the introduction about karmic relationships, because this explains everything at a very, very, very deep level that goes way beyond anything you can imagine. But here, let's talk about it. You have a fear of him going away. You have a fear of being abandoned or being alone. So you're not the type who's willing to walk away. And the girl that is not willing to walk away, like this, she is royally fucked. Because even if you make it to a marriage, even if you make it to like deep into a relationship, man, girl, if you are not willing to walk away when you're disrespected, or when you are not being met with the things that are about your well-being, and so on and so forth, like, you're done in relationships. Like, don't even. So here the solution is very simple. It's very simple. If it's fragile, let it break. If he wants to go, let him go. If they all want to go, let them all go. Oh, but you're gonna end up alone. No, you're not. No, you're not, because there will be a person out there that is a match for you and that loves your boundaries and your self-respect and all of that. So just know that and stand firm in that belief and, you know, like be authentic, be genuine to self. And that's what, you know, truly placing boundaries, that's what it is, to be authentic to yourself. That is the very essence of dark feminine energy. If you have issues enforcing a boundary, it's you not tapping into your dark feminine energy. But as we know, dark feminine energy goes 100% hand in hand with your masculine energy. The masculine energy in you is the protecting energy in you that, it's that energy that allows you to protect yourself. You need that. And to have structures and code of conducts and this and that are for your own well-being. So these two go really hand in hand. Yeah. So there's that. Simply, like, the solution to that is don't be afraid. Don't be afraid and worry not. Because let me tell you, the essence of feminine energy is that detachment, that coolness, that if it's not you, it'll be someone else. It's that trust that there is someone out there for you that will love you the way you are and with all your boundaries and things, because they want the best for you. You have a deep trust. You have a deep trust and are ready to receive that person for you. That is stepping into your actual feminine energy, right? When you truly trust that and are able to totally detach and be like, if it doesn't work out for you, I'm totally fine. Sure, it'll be a bit rough in the beginning or for a few days, even months, but it'll be okay. You'll eventually find the one for you. You're someone who believes in the balance of life. You are surrendered to all the good things that life has for you. You're in your feminine energy. This is at the core the thing with boundaries. Okay? When you are that nice girl, you don't believe that there's someone good out there for you. Someone who will love you exactly the way you are. Not accept you, love you and adore you and cherish you. The nice girl, she doesn't trust that. She wants to retain people at whatever cost, manipulate them into believing that she's this nice girl. But anyway, there's that. The other thing with boundaries, and a lot of people hate this one. They hate this one and they don't understand a lot of things at the core. So they don't understand human nature and they don't understand the polarity and dynamics and things. And that is, you will always have major issues placing a boundary, being firm with someone you're insane about, with someone that in your eyes they're a 10 out of 10 and you're so impressed and wowed, because the issue there is that you're never to date or marry someone you're more into than they are into you. Why? Because you'll always be chasing them. You'll always be accommodating them. And that puts you in your masculine energy. That puts you in the masculine role, yeah? When you like them more than they like you. So always be sure that he likes you more than you like him. And women don't like to hear this because they think it's settling. But let's talk about settling. Okay, so you don't want to settle for a guy you're not crazy about, but you will settle for the treatment that comes with that. Let me give you a recent example. Long story, this woman was saying, yeah, my husband is going abroad to a party abroad, to a wedding abroad, while I stay here working. Because this is her person. This is the love of her life. So the love of her life is totally fine going abroad partying to Europe while you stay working. I mean, talk about fucking settling. Settling for like absolute, to me, that's absolute garbage treatment. I would never in a million years be okay with like my husband going partying while I'm here hustling. Like, what the heck? Like, talk about settling. But of course, I can imagine she didn't want to settle for someone she's not crazy about. So think, think twice and be very careful about this, because you're thinking that you are not settling on the front end, but in the long run, on the back end, and like your entire life, when you are more into this man than he is into you, you're always in chasing energy. You're always like putting up with like little things like that. To me, all those little things, they're huge and they're disgusting to put up with for a lifetime. So think about what settling is. So what I teach in my practice is for you to always be with someone that is more into you than you're into them, so that you have the correct dynamic. And that correct dynamic is the man chases the woman, not the woman chases the man. Because when you are as a woman are chasing the man or thinking he's all that and putting him on a pedestal, I'm going to make another video about that. Well, guess what? Then don't bitch about all the stuff that happens in the middle. Right? So you'll always find it really, really difficult to enforce boundaries when he's a 10 out of 10 for you and you're more into him than he's into you. Because if he's a 10 out of 10 for you, then you better be an 11 out of 10, for him. You know what I mean? If he's a 10 out of 10 for you, you better be a 20 out of 10, an 11 out of 10, a 12 out of 10. You can't be a 9 out of 10, because if that's the case, you're royally, like, it's done. You're going to go a lifetime of little things like that. He goes abroad partying while you stay hustling. What the hell is that? Talk about settling. So anyway, that's kind of the most common things that, don't help you with boundaries. And it's really simple. Be in your feminine energy. Trust that you will find the one for you. Don't be afraid to be alone for a small period of time. And be smart about who you choose in the long term. Because if you choose men that you're more into them, you're the male energy, you're the masculine energy, and you're chasing them. And you're going to be in chasing energy your entire life. How do you like that? So don't do that. choose correctly for a dynamic that is adequate for the masculine and feminine energy, as I mentioned. So anyway, ladies, let me know in the comments what you think about this. These are topics that I think were important for you, as you found them as big culprits in your dating life. So let me know if it resonates. Alrighty? Talk to you guys soon. Bye.